Your first property is not your forever home. It is literally just a launch pad. So many people get so bogged down over getting the perfect first investment property. Like, this has to be the slam dunk deal, the one that everyone is bragging about because it's making you thousands and thousands of dollars every month. No, you do not need the most perfect first property. Also, this isn't your forever home. This isn't somewhere that you're going to be living in for the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years. This is just your launch pad, your way in, your ability to get started. Now, especially with house hacking, so many people get so bogged down over location. Like, oh, I don't know if I want to stay in this place forever. I'm literally on my way to New Orleans right now. I currently live in Colorado. I'm on my way to New Orleans to go check out my very first investment property, and that was a duplex in New Orleans. The thing is I bought this place knowing for damn well sure that New Orleans was not going to be my forever place. I love New Orleans so much. I grew up so much there. I learned so much about myself. I love the vibes. I love the energy, and I also freaking hate it sometimes. Like, New Orleans is one of those places that will give you a visceral reaction because everyone who's there has a love-hate relationship with it.
Hey girl, if you've been dreaming about building generational wealth and living life on your own terms, this one's for you. Now, 5 years ago, I was right where you are, okay? Burnt out, working a corporate engineering job, grinding with no real freedom in sight. Then I bought my first investment property, learned how to live for free, and started making money in my sleep. That one decision changed absolutely everything. I stopped relying on my 9 to 5 and eventually walked away from it for good. And trust me, I don't regret it. Now I'm on a mission to help other people do the same, which is exactly why I created Wonderlust Wealth Academy, a transformational program and community where I teach you how to buy your first or next investment property and live for free in 2025. Now, this community is for 3 kinds of people, okay? If you are stuck in a job that you don't love, secretly dreaming of more freedom, more travel, and more passive income, and you know you don't want to be climbing the corporate ladder for the next 10, 20, 30 years, this is for you. Or maybe you're a digital nomad or a travel girly who just wants to build wealth and create stability without giving up your freedom. Or maybe you're a business owner or high earning corporate baddie who just sees the market volatility and knows that it's time to diversify your income. If any of those sound like you and you're making at least $75,000, ideally 6 figures, and have a minimum of $10,000 that you can put towards a property, then go ahead and apply for the Wonderlust Wealth Academy. Now this is going to be a completely free call to see if you're a good fit for us and also for us to see if we're a good fit for you. You can go ahead and apply at oliviatati.com/apply WWA. That's oliviatati.com/apply WWA. Or you can just go ahead and click the link in the show notes. Now, spots are limited. We only take a few new folks a month. So make sure to apply now before there are no spots left, and they go pretty quick. Because my girl, freedom is so much closer than you think.
And at the same time, I don't have a family in New Orleans. I didn't grow up there. I have literally no ties. The reason that I went there and moved there was because of my corporate job. However, it was my easiest way in to real estate investing. It was my easiest way to get started. That's why I bought there, because I could go and buy a house for very little money down because it was my primary residence, knowing that it wasn't going to be my forever place. And the funny thing is I upped and left within 11 months of buying the place. I went on a 2-year nomadic adventure, but I knew that that property for me was all about getting in the game. I wasn't thinking like, oh, well, I know I'm gonna move, so I guess I won't buy a property. No, that's an even better reason. That means I can leverage another low down payment loan even faster because I'm having to move because of my job or because of whatever, right? It gives me that excuse versus a lot of the time when you're getting a low down payment loan for a house, they require you to live in the property for a year unless you have a reason to move. And so if anything, I was like, perfect, this gives me a reason to move and buy another property with a low down payment loan. But what I could recognize from the get-go is that that first property was the momentum I needed. It was what I needed to start building equity, is what I needed to start building my systems so that I could buy a bunch of properties and so that I could manage them from anywhere in the world. I just needed to get in the game, and so do you. Now, there's 4 points I want to make when it comes to buying that first investment property. The first one is stop waiting for the perfect timing. There is no perfect timing. I promise you, there is literally no perfect timing. Even when I bought my first investment property, I had been looking for months. And when I first got pre-approved, In my head, I was just like, I don't know if it's the right time, all this stuff. And then my lender was just like, just go get pre-approved. There was this house that I saw on the market. It was really cute. And, part of me really wanted it. And so they encouraged me to get pre-approved. And it wasn't until then that I realized, oh crap, I could actually just buy a property right now. I don't have to wait another 6 months. I don't have to wait another year. I can actually do this now. And let me tell you, when it comes to interest rates, people are like, well, let me wait until interest rates drop. It is 2025. People have been waiting for interest rates to drop since 2022, and they still haven't dropped yet. Are you gonna keep waiting until these interest rates magically drop? That's ridiculous, truly ridiculous. The amount of money that you would have made in equity by buying a property and just sitting on it versus waiting for interest rates to drop, and now housing prices are going up. I'm just like, there is no perfect time. Just do it. Now, the second point that I want to make is you need to think strategy, not fantasy, right? This isn't your forever home. This is a tool. This is an investment property. This is something that's going to be making you money. This is something that is playing into your retirement plan. So no, you don't need the dream kitchen. You don't need the dream view over the city. Yes, those things help, but for this first investment property or for your first couple of investment properties, it really doesn't matter. You just need to get in the game. You need to work with what you've got in terms of price point, in terms of capital available, and go for it. Because remember, these properties that you're buying now, these starter investment properties, that is what is then going to fuel your dream house later down the line. And don't get me wrong, especially if you're making good money, like maybe you're a doctor, you're a lawyer, you're an engineer, you're making good money, your starter home or your first investment property could be a really incredible property. Like one of our students, she just bought a $1.3 million in Florida, and it's gonna do great, and it's got great cost segregation, tax benefits, all of this stuff. But originally she wasn't even thinking of buying in Florida because she had this grand idea of what she wanted for her first investment property. I'm like, girl, just buy something. She'd been looking for 2 or 3 years. Just buy something that is going to benefit you either from a tax standpoint or from a cash flow standpoint, and just do the damn thing. Okay, now the third point is you learn by doing and not by overthinking. We can overthink ourselves to death. We can what if ourselves to death. We can think about every scenario, what could go wrong, all of this stuff. I'm gonna let you know, number one, you cannot plan out every single scenario. I promise you, you will not be able to plan out every single scenario, and you are gonna have surprises. I've been doing this for a little bit now, a good while, and I still run into surprises with every single new deal that I do. When you overthink everything, you just go into overanalysis, which leads to analysis paralysis. That's when you freeze and you stop and you don't keep going after your goals. And the thing is too, is you're gonna learn so much more by actually doing the damn thing. One of my students, Cyan, she'd been looking for a property for a while. She had listened to every book, every podcast, everything. And then finally she got under contract. She was like, oh my gosh, I learned so much just being under contract for a week than I would have just sitting around thinking about properties. So do the damn thing. You learn by actually doing the steps. And then that's when the lessons compound and you keep making improvements from property to property to property. It's not by reading books. It's not by listening to podcasts. It's not by overthinking. It's by doing the damn thing. And the fourth point here is that freedom comes from options, not from perfection. We always want to make sure that we're making the best decision, right? The best deal possible. But sometimes you just need to jump right on in. One property can truly shift everything. That first property that was that little rinky-dinky property that you really didn't think too much of could truly change your entire life. My first property completely changed my life. I'm so excited to be going back to it soon. But it's been cash flowing for years now at this point, completely paying for itself, completely paying for my own lifestyle. And it's given me options, right? It's given me the ability to move to Colorado. It's given me the ability to go back to New Orleans whenever I freaking feel like it. It's given me the ability to now invest in other properties. You just have to get started. Don't overanalyze. I promise you can do this. And so it is currently September, and for the end of September / early October, it's Toddy Week, meaning my birthday is coming up. And for that, I'm actually going to be running a deal for Wonderless Wealth Academy, WWA. That is my signature coaching program that teaches you exactly how to buy that first, that second, that third investment property, scale your investment portfolio, and become a real estate investor who has freedom, who has options, and who has the ability to do life their own way. Now, this is a one-time only deal during Toddy Week, so if you are interested in that, make sure to DM me Tati Week, that's Tati Week, Tati Week on Instagram, to learn more about the crazy specials going on. Okay, that's it, fam.
Thank you so much for listening to Wonderlust Wealth Show. Now, don't forget to follow the podcast, or if you're watching on YouTube, make sure to hit that subscribe button. If you love this episode, it would literally mean the world to me if you shared this with a friend or a family member, or literally like anyone off of the street. Like right now, go ahead, share it so you don't forget, or post it on social media and make sure to tag me. I love seeing what you're listening in on and what you resonated with, and I'm just so freaking thankful for you. I'm so freaking excited for you. I love you, and don't forget, life really doesn't have to be hard.